This year, the Unpost Irish Book Awards is celebrating 20 years of championing Irish writing with a special list of 60 of the most loved books from the past 2 decades. And now the public is being asked to help choose the top 20. The list features some of the biggest names in Irish literature, such as the legendary Edna O'Brien, alongside a new generation of writers making their mark, including Edna's fellow Clare woman, Gráinne O'Brien. And joining me now to talk about the milestone, the legacy and how you can get involved are Gráinne and Bert, Wright, an Irish Book Awards 20th anniversary consultant and former bookseller as well. And you're both very welcome to the show. And Bert, I might ask you about the awards themselves. It marks 20 years of the Irish Book Awards, and there's a list of 60 standout books, and you've been asked to whittle that down, the public, to 20, which will be difficult, but I would imagine even getting it down to 60 was a difficult enough process.
Yes, absolutely. Well, there have been, I think it's 235 category winners in the 20 years of our existence. So that was a starting point at 235 titles. And we gave that list to a select panel of experienced Irish booksellers and asked them to whittle that down to their top 60. Now, I would emphasize it's a subjective judgment. I mean, all the 235 books were winners in their own right. So the 60 was simply the choice of the panel of booksellers. And now that we have that choice of 60, it's up on the website, and we're asking readers to get involved by helping us to choose the top 20. So that's what we need them to do. They can just go to the website, irishbookawards.ie, and follow the prompts, and they can make their choice, and we'll see what comes out in the top 20. Kind of exciting to see what's going to be eliminated and what goes through.
You're making Gráinne feel her sweaty there now at the prospect of missing the cut. And Gráinne, I mean, subjective or not, to get from 235 to 60, whether it is subjective, you must be delighted to still be amongst those 60.
I mean, even having my name mentioned in the same sentence as Edna O'Brien has become a really bizarre experience. We have a portrait of her in Kenny's on the wall of my office. She looks down on me every day, and no, it's been amazing. And I suppose because Solo won so recently as well, to be included in amongst the books that have, been around for so long, has just really, really been amazing. And to see, kind of be reminded, I suppose, of all of the books that have been celebrated through the last 20 years since the Book Awards started, has been fab. And also, to see them kind of getting attention again, and kind of people rediscovering them or discovering them for the first time as well has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Bert, in the modern era of technology and maybe people moving away from more traditional forms of entertainment, how important are initiatives like these awards in reminding but encouraging people back into bookshops and reading, to put their laptops, their Kindles away and actually pick up a traditional book?
Oh, absolutely. We have annually we choose the best books of the particular year. This is the first time that we've gone and asked people to delve back into the past 20 years to decide what their favourite books are. But so we were mildly nervous that people would, take the trouble. It's slightly more labour intensive. You have to choose 10 titles, your favourite titles, to make it into the top 20. But we've been really pleasantly surprised with the volume of voting. It's been fantastic, and that's one of the key points about the Irish Book Awards. It involves, booksellers like Gráinne and writers like Gráinne, but it also involves the readers, who are massively enthusiastic about the awards, and they come out in their droves to vote. So the voting is whirring along, and we're all agog to see who comes out in the top 20. So good luck, Gráinne. You may find yourself alongside Edna O'Brien again.
There you go, another great O'Brien writer.
Can you geotag where those votes are coming from? Because I would imagine there's a lot of Clare.
Oh, maybe that would be.
If my phone and WhatsApp have anything to say, there's a surge of Clare voting going on in the last couple of days.
But sure, look, there's nothing wrong with a good campaign, is there?
Campaigning is perfectly fine.
Well, I think of Bert, we're talking about great female O'Brien writers from Clare. The other one, Edna, is a recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I guess it's an incredible legacy for the awards, even amongst all the other amazing writers that are included.
Yeah, Edna was a kind of special friend of the award. She was a sort of supporter from the get-go, and she won 2 awards. She won the Lifetime Achievement in 2009, and that was a very special night. That was up in the Mansion House, and it was Seamus Heaney who presented her award, and she was very moved, and the two of them were old pals, both sadly gone now. But that was her first connection with the awards, and then she also won the non-fiction award in 2012 for her memoir Country Girl, and there was something gratifying about that, because everybody knows the challenges that Edna O'Brien had to face from the church and goodness knows narrow-minded bodies who vilified Edna for the Country Girls novel at the time. But, she became a national institution, and she was a great crack, and always enjoyed our visits to the dinner. It was very sad to see her pass away last year, or was it the year before? But she was a trooper, 93 years old, I think she was when she died. So we all remember her very fondly. I'm delighted to see her on the list of 60. I would expect she might make the list of 22, but I shouldn't be playing favourites.
Well, obviously we're biased here in Clare as well. It'd be an outrage if she doesn't make the final 20. It'd also be an outrage if Gráinne O'Brien doesn't make the final 20. But I mean, look, there's Gráinne, the stiff competition there. Yeah, but I guess looking at the list, it has good kind of soundings for the future in terms of Irish writing over the coming decades. When you see the likes of yourself, Louise Kennedy, Clare Keegan, Roddy Doyle, writers, the likes of Roddy who've been brilliant for decades but continue to be brilliant. Others who are newer on the scene and have bright futures ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, like, Solo is my first novel. And, I'm only getting started, and to look at all the authors on the list and just really be inspired by, obviously Clare, female writer, Edna is my, she's my main aspiration, but it's amazing the mix of different stages in their careers that all the writers have been in, and also the books that have been, that have won the awards versus what they've gone on to or what they did previously, I've also found really interesting. So look, it's just great. It's just a brilliant list, and it's a great way to, like, if you need your next read, go out and have a look and find stuff you haven't read before,
Yeah, it'll be great.
It's the durability of some of these older books, in the earlier part of the 20 years of the Irish Book Awards lives. We get tied up with the current year, but there are some books in there, which have been selling steadily since they were first published 20 years ago. So I guess you'll be hoping for the same, Gráinne.
Yes.
Well, we know, Bert, just to finish, that Gráinne's dad has done a great job in getting the details around the county as to how to vote for her. But can you just remind people how they can have their say in this stiff competition?
Go to irishbookawards.ie /20th anniversary vote and just follow the prompts. But the good news is there's a bit of a prize. If every voter is entered into a prize draw, which is rewarded by book tokens worth €100, 2 tickets to the awards ceremony on in November 26th, plus a basket of 20 selected titles from that list. So it's worth getting out there and voting. Who knows, you may carry off a prize, and we will see you at the awards in 2026, whoever the lucky winners are.
Yeah, certainly some nice prizes up for grabs there. Hopefully it all goes well in Gráinne. We have our fingers crossed for you, so the best of luck with that. Thank you for joining us, and thank you as well to Bert, Wright, ex-bookseller and consultant on the Irish Book Awards 20th anniversary as well. Hopefully we'll see Gráinne make the final cut there.